Amazon dropshipping. As always, I'm your host, Paul J Lipsky. So if you're here live, let me know in the live chat where in the world you are chiming in from. Currently, I am traveling around full-time in my camper van, and we are in Maine, just outside of Acadia National Park. So we see a lot of people here. Just let me know where you are chiming in from. All right, so a couple of preliminary things before we get to the Q&As. Just want to let you guys know I just recently made a TikTok account. Probably can't see that, but go ahead and follow me on TikTok for information about dropshipping and what I'm up to in my van traveling around. You can just follow me. It's Paul_J_Lipsky. Paul J Lipsky with underscores. And while you're doing that, you might as well follow me on Instagram as well at Paul J Lipsky. Now, before we get to the questions, I wanted to give a big shout out to some of my students in my courses that are absolutely crushing it right now with their very own dropshipping stores. So first, shout out to this student. Didn't want their name posted, but here they are doing over $100,000 a month in sales. And you see that they just started this a few months ago. And I love seeing this because they've scaled up their Amazon store the right way at the correct intervals. You don't want to scale up too quickly. This guy did it completely correctly. And I'll have a link to my Amazon course underneath this video in the description if you want to check that out. Some of my eBay students are also a big, huge shout out to Matthew here. Matthew is only, how old is he? 16 years old. And you can see right here how well he's doing with his store already. So congratulations, Matthew. This is awesome. He posted this up inside the private Facebook group that's just for members of my eBay course. So Matthew, thank you for doing that and motivating the other students as well. And congrats on your success. That's awesome. Another shout out to this student of mine who sent me their results, $1,800 in sales after just 2 weeks. So, a lot of that time is spent learning, and now he's actually implementing it and getting results. So congrats to him. This is James, just started his second store, and as you see, already doing $5,400 in sales. And when did he start this? Not too long ago. So congratulations to James. And congratulations to Julie as well. I love this comment Julie left in the Facebook group saying, it worked. I got my first sale ever. She's been working home-based businesses for years, and nothing's ever worked, and now it has. She wants me to give a treat to my dog as a prize or as a thank you for that. So thank you to all my students for sharing their results. Really appreciate it, guys. And again, the links to my courses will be in the description of this video. All right, let's jump into the live chat and see who's here. We have Nareg here saying hi. Let's see. All the messages deleted. No. So what happened was we actually had 2 live streams going at once. It was a mistake. We had 2 live streams scheduled at once. So I deleted one of them, and we're just inside one of the other streams now. So sorry about that. Yeah, the giveaways I only do very rarely. Don't have any giveaways planned for right now, unfortunately, guys. Okay. Kami here from New Jersey. Thanks for being here. Fat Elvis Goods LLC from Dallas, Texas, home of the Dallas Cowboys. Welcome. Thanks for being here. Will all the dropshipping software work on a Chromebook? Yeah, absolutely. The Chromebook is a great first laptop to have. It's fine for dropshipping. You don't need anything more powerful than a Chromebook. And this is a very common question that I get. I think people use this as an excuse maybe not to get started with something like dropshipping, where they think they need a fancy like MacBook or a MacBook Air or something. You don't need that to run a dropshipping business. When I first started dropshipping, I had the cheapest MacBook that I could get. It was like an Asus. It was like $120, I think it was. And that's what started my business. That was all I needed. The only reason I ever bought a MacBook is because I started making these YouTube videos, and you can't do that on a Chromebook. But yeah, MacBook is totally fine to do that because everything is online. You don't have any software that's downloaded on your computer. So Chromebook's perfect. Just get the cheapest one. We have Jordan from California. What's up, Jordan? Thanks for being here. And Kevin from Kentucky. Dharma from LA. People here from the UK. What's up, Mohammed? Jason, congrats again on winning last week, and welcome. We have Shlomo, I hope I'm saying your name correctly, on his way to Maryland from New York. Mike D is back. What's up, Mike? Robert from Colorado. John from North Dakota. So people all over the world. How do you use AutoDS without getting banned? So dropshipping on eBay will not get you banned in and of itself, okay? You're going to get banned on eBay for doing things like not having good metrics, not uploading your tracking numbers on time, not even ordering your items, not responding to customer complaints in the forms of item not received cases or return cases. Things like that, those impact your metrics, and the metrics are the things that can eventually lead to your account being suspended if you're not on top of it. If you stay on top of it, you should be fine, right? So what you're talking about maybe is an account getting flagged. And if you use non-API software, it shouldn't happen. Your account shouldn't get flagged. And AutoDS has an option for a non-API option. So that's what you should go with. Also, something I've been telling people for about a year now is stop using Amazon, stop drop shipping from Amazon. eBay doesn't like that. I've been drop shipping from Amazon for a long time and haven't had any issues because I use these other suppliers instead of Amazon to drop ship from. What's going on, bro? Let's see. Some crushing it in Kentucky, says Kevin. Congrats, Kevin. Okay. Mike D says, when your virtual assistants, or this applies to anyone who's drop shipping, not just their virtual assistants, when they are fulfilling orders, do they just copy and paste the shipping address, or do they kind of clean it up, capitalize names, streets, and cities if they're not? So let me just kind of backtrack here and give some information to people who might not know what you're talking about, Mike. So when we have an order on eBay, we then have to go fulfill that order. And let's say we're buying the item from Walmart. So we're drop shipping from Walmart onto eBay. So on eBay, we will have the buyer's shipping information, their name and their address. And all we have to do when we order that item from Walmart is on the checkout screen for the shipping address, enter in the eBay buyer's name and address. That's the way it works. So Mike has noticed, as we all have, that a lot of times buyers will not capitalize their name, so it'll be lowercase, or there might be some, maybe there's a period missing in the street name. Like if it's an avenue, they might abbreviate AVE, and they don't put a period at the end to indicate it's an abbreviation. Things like that. So Mike wants to know: should you clean it up, or should you just leave it as is? So in my experience, it doesn't matter at all. It doesn't matter because it's going to end up going to the same place either way that you do it. But out of an abundance of caution, I always take exactly what's on eBay, copy it, and paste it. Because eBay will protect you as long as you deliver to the address that the customer gives you. So I don't want to change that at all. Like I said, it really doesn't matter. That's just what we do. We don't change it at all. The only time we'll change it is if the supplier pops up a message that says, hey, that's not a real address. Can we use this one instead? And as long as that other address matches the other one, with the exception of capitalizations or abbreviations or things like that, then we will accept that one in that case. And I think you might know what I'm talking about with that pop-up. Until you actually see it, that might not make any sense. But once you start doing some of these orders, you'll see one of those USPS verification boxes pop up asking you to actually verify that the address is correct. But yeah, that's what we do. All right, what is up? Abigail says, new eBay student, very excited. Thank you for all the awesome info and tips. Can't wait to list my first items. Congratulations, Abigail. I can't wait to see your results. Make sure to post them up in the private Facebook group once you start seeing some results. Even once you get your first sale, it's a really exciting moment. I'll never forget the first sale that I ever made. I was actually at work on my lunch breaks. I was just sitting at my desk because it was January. It's pretty cold out. So I was eating lunch at my desk. My phone buzzed. I picked it up, and it was a notification from eBay, from the eBay app. And I opened it up. I was like, oh my gosh, I just made a sale. Like, it blew my mind. And that's the moment that really changed everything. Once it proved to me that this works, I didn't make much money from that, but that was okay. I saw the potential from just that one sale, and then I scale it up from there. Yeah, you'll never forget your first sale. Okay, Shlomo says, I've been waiting to make some profit on dropshipping to buy the course. If you can afford it, I really recommend it because you have nothing to lose since there's a 30-day money-back guarantee. That's right. Drive safely. Okay. When dropshipping or shipping to other countries, which ones should I not ship to? So the only international shipping that I do and that I recommend that you do is through the global shipping program that eBay offers. And the global shipping program is great because it makes international shipping and international sales really, really easy. Instead of having to ship the item directly to the customer overseas and having to worry about all the international shipping costs and all the things like tariffs and fees and things like that, all I have to do is deliver the item to the customer to eBay in Kentucky, and then eBay takes care of forwarding the item overseas and all those other things that I talked about. And my suppliers, they'll ship to the global shipping program for free. So in most cases, it's not extra. I'll say this, it's not extra to ship to the global shipping program. Whatever it costs to ship anywhere in the United States, same cost to ship to the GSP facility. So my supplier ships there, then eBay takes care of it and ships it overseas. So it's pretty easy. Okay. If I get flagged, should I continue bulk listing with Auto DS Finder and become a huge flag seller? And blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So it's a good question. And it really is a divide between how you want to run your stores. On the one hand, we have stores, and this is what I advocate doing, where we don't want to get flagged by eBay. We don't want eBay lowering us in the search results. So we do everything that we can to make eBay happy. We sell the right products from the right suppliers, don't use API software. And if we do that, we don't get flagged, eBay likes us, and we continue to make a lot of sales. So that's what I teach, and that works really, really well. The other kind of way that people run their stores is they don't worry if they get flagged. They get flagged, it lowers in the search results, but they don't care because they then just list up a lot of items and make up for it in bulk. Both of them work. Preferably, I like the one that I teach because once you get flagged, it can kind of like slow you down. I mean, mentally, like it kind of put a damper on things. You're like, oh my gosh, like I was doing so well, and then it slowed me down. So if you never have to have that happen, that's ideal. So that's kind of the way I teach it. That's why I teach it that way. And that's what seems to work best. So you never really run into that issue of being flagged in the first place. But yeah, if you've already been flagged, you can open up a second account. And on that second account, make sure you do everything right so that you don't get flagged again. But your original account will remain flagged. So you can continue to run that exactly the way that you said and experiment with it. Add a bunch of items and then just have it run that way so that you just make up for it with bulk selling. All right, Jason said, thanks for the gift card, finally got it. So for those of you who sleep on my giveaways, don't sleep on them. Jason was a winner of one of my giveaways last week, and he's got I sent him an eBay gift card through email. So congratulations again, Jason. And guys, stay tuned to the channel, subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any future giveaways that I give away. That's a lot of giveaways. What is up, Croatia? What is up, Lee in the UK? Sup, David? Is $500 enough for eBay dropshipping? So it's Michelle. It depends. Generally, yes. So if you look at the fixed costs, and when I mean fixed costs, these are the things you have to pay for every single month in order for your eBay business to run. And these numbers don't change. So first, we have an eBay account. Now, you can sign up for an eBay account for free. There are paid subscriptions. You don't need that right away if you're on a tight budget. Go for the free option. So that's going to be $0 a month, and you get a lot of free listings if you use that free plan. They just changed it, and I believe it's 200 free listings now. But like I said, they just changed it, so I haven't quite burned it into my memory what the new number is. I'm pretty sure you get 200 free listings, meaning you can list up for sale 200 items for free on eBay on a free plan. So eBay is $0 a month. The next thing that you would really want if you're doing drop shipping is the correct software to use. And the one that I recommend is AutoDS. I'll have a link underneath this video in the description that you can click on to check out AutoDS. And if you go through that link, they actually give you a $1 trial. And after that trial is up, it's as cheap as $7 a month. Now, when you sign up, make sure you click on the button to use the non-API version. That will cost you a little bit more, but in general, it's about $10 a month to get started with that software. So that's all you're going to be charged, $10 a month. So you have your eBay account, you're listing up items for $10 a month with AutoDS. It doesn't cost you anything on eBay to list those items. The only time you're going to be charged again is once you actually make a sale. At that point, eBay is actually going to charge you a final value fee. If you're on a free plan, that is, I believe, 12.35%. Again, that number just changed, so I don't quite have it burned in my memory yet. But I believe on the free plan is 12.35% on a free plan. So what that means is that if you sell an item for $100, eBay will take $12.35. You'll take the remainder and use that to buy the item from your supplier, and the rest you keep as profit. But for that, you're not actually paying the fee. eBay's just taking it out of the cost of the item, and when you list that item up for sale, you are going to build in that fee into the item so that you make sure that after the cost of the item on the supplier's website and after the eBay fee, you'll still have money left over for profit. So I hope that makes sense. As you see, you really don't need a lot of money to get started with something like eBay dropshipping because you're not buying all the inventory up front. You're only buying it once you know a customer has already paid for the item. Okay. Abigail says your course so far is great. Thank you, Abigail. It covers a lot, and I'm almost afraid to list my first items. I know as soon as I jump in, there with the best items, I'll be fine, right? Yeah. So Abigail, first, thanks for joining the course. But I also want to let you know it is really, really normal to feel like overwhelmed or nervous or scared about starting something like this. Even though I teach you everything you need in the course, you still don't really know until you get started. So my course is really like a guide, but you have to actually walk the path yourself. So just get started. You will learn so much by doing, so much more than you're going to get just by watching the course. And you know what? Your first few products, they're not going to be grand slams. And does that matter? It really doesn't matter. You don't need to have your first few products do exceptionally well. You don't have to have them sell at all because it's all a learning process. The more items you list, the more you understand how eBay works, soon you will find one of those great products and then more of them and more of them and more of them. But you don't need a home run or a grand slam right away. That will come with time and practice and patience. What is up, Michael in Belgium? I am currently in Maine, outside of Acadia National Park. No, AutoDS does not work for dropshipping onto Amazon. If you want to dropship onto Amazon, I recommend WebScraper app and Informed. AutoDS works for dropshipping onto eBay or dropshipping onto Shopify. So Vivian uses a Chromebook, seems to work for Vivian. Okay. Many suppliers don't ship to Puerto Rico. How can I solve this issue? Put in your business policies that you don't ship to Puerto Rico. It's that easy. This is something I cover while students set up their stores while following my course. I show them exactly where to check off the boxes so that this doesn't happen. But if you go inside your business policies, wait, is it APO, FPO? No, actually, it's in your, I think it's actually in your site preferences. I would check both your site preferences and your business policies. And I think it's actually the site preferences. Okay. What is up, Bobby? Thanks for being here. How does tax return work for dropshipping? So first up, I am not a tax attorney. I am not a CPA. But in general, just so that you know, if you make money here in the United States, you have to pay income tax on that profit. So let's say I sell $1 million worth of inventory this year. I don't have to pay income tax on that $1 million because that's not profit. I sold $1 million, but let's say 3/4 of that I then had to spend on actually buying the item and other costs involved. So then the profit would be $250,000, and then that is what I would pay income tax on. Okay. What is the lowest eBay final value fee? I know non-store is 10.5, basic is 9.15. How do you get the lowest one? Yeah, so don't forget also, so it's kind of confusing moment in time right now because we have old fees and new fees. So under the old fee structure, you have eBay plus PayPal. So you would take these numbers that you said, which are correct, 10.5 and 9.15%, and add an additional 2.9% on top of that, and an additional 30 cents on top of that. So, whoa, too confusing. Let's get rid of that. Let's look going into the future where we only have one final value fee. So under eBay's managed payments, which we are all moving on to very soon, most of us by the end of this year, there's only one final value fee. We don't have to worry about PayPal fees anymore. And that fee is, what was it? 11.5% for anyone with a store subscription, basic store or higher. 11.5%, which is less than the eBay fee plus PayPal fee that we were facing before. I'm kind of afraid my camera is going to turn off here. Let me just... Okay. Oops, I totally just broke something. Yeah, that was... Okay, we're back. All right. Yes, there you go. Bobby's reminding us to hit that thumbs up button. Thanks for Bobby for the reminder. I appreciate it. Hey, Paul, will the course work for me in the UK? So to be honest, the course is really more aimed towards sellers based here in the United States who want to sell on eBay.com. And with that said, I have plenty of students who live in the UK who have taken what I teach and apply it to the UK market. And one of the great things is that if you sell on eBay UK, you are automatically allowed to sell on eBay.com. It's actually pretty easy to do that. So while it's not specifically designed for you, lots of students are doing it successfully using my course. Yeah, so you have to reach some new eBay accounts, when you first sign up, they will temporarily suspend you until you call them and verify that you are who you say you are. You have to keep calling them. I don't know if that's a number off the top of my head. I can check in my phone book, but I don't know. So try to find their number and call them. It's not the best time because it's hard to reach them, but you do have to reach them to get past that verification step. Current Christian News keeps asking a question. I don't exactly understand what you're talking about when you say someone else spent a lot of money on. I'm just kind of confused by what you're saying. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. All right. Let's go with this question. Does cutting and pasting photos and information that someone else spends a lot of money on legal? Is there copyright issues? So I think what he means is that, or she, I'm not sure. I think what you mean is that we are listing items up for sale on eBay and we're getting those items from Walmart. So all we're doing is taking the photos and the description from Walmart and pasting them on eBay. Now, Walmart didn't take those photos. Walmart didn't write that description. The manufacturer did that. So the manufacturers in general allow anyone to use their photos and description because they just want to sell their item. They don't care as long as they keep selling their item. So for most manufacturers or products from most manufacturers, it's totally fine to use their images and descriptions as far as I know. Again, I'm not a copyright lawyer, but that's my general understanding of it. So the problem comes in when you get those manufacturers that do care, because then they can complain to eBay and eBay can take down those listings. And those fall under eBay's Vero program. That's VERO. And if you look it up, I made plenty of videos about this before. I won't get too much into it, but just know you shouldn't list Vero items. Luckily, if you use something like AutoDS will automatically let you know if you try to list a Vero item. It'll actually put up a warning saying, hey, this is Vero, you might not want to list it. So I just listen to that. I don't list that item and we don't run into this issue. But that's a good question. Thumbs up, hit it please, says Sean. Thank you, Sean, for the reminder. What is up, Tristan? Thanks for being here. Hey, what is up, J Games? It says, hey Paul, I just recently started my dropshipping store on eBay last week. Sales are kind of slow. Any tips? I'm 15 and looking to make some money through dropshipping, so it would really mean a lot. So thanks, man, for your comment. Thanks for watching. Yeah, you only started last week. It's really way too soon to start feeling down about not having enough sales. With new eBay accounts, it takes time to build it up. This is not a sprint. This is a marathon. This is an overused analogy, but it's completely true in this situation, completely applicable, right? You are not going to make a ton of money with eBay dropshipping right off the bat. In fact, there's very, very, very few things I know of where that will happen. Actually, I can't think of anything like that. So it takes time to build it up, but put in the time, man. Keep working at it. Keep learning how it works. Add more products to your store, and you'll see those sales pick up. But don't lose hope, man. We all felt that way. You know, it took a little while before I made that first sale while sitting at my desk at work. And even after that, it took a while to gain the momentum, but it will come if you keep putting in the hard work and have patience with it. Okay. Where can you wear that t-shirt you wear? I sell it sometimes, not often, and usually when I sell it, all the money goes to charity. So I'll let you guys know here on YouTube next time I do it. I'm not sure when I will do it again. Okay. Okay. Great question, Eric. So a lot of questions about managed payments recently. So with managed payments, eBay now is handling our money instead of PayPal. So the money goes into eBay, and then eBay pays that money out to us. And we can put in our eBay account whether we want those payments to be weekly or daily. I've chosen daily payouts. So Eric wants, and that money gets transferred directly into my bank account. So Eric wants to know how quickly I'm receiving my daily payouts. It seems like eBay forgot to mention the 3 to 4 business days turnaround, and they don't send payments on the weekends. Yeah, I made a video about that, how frustrated I was that eBay kind of told a, what is the word? A lie by omission would be a good way to describe it. They said daily payouts. They forgot to mention that doesn't include weekends. Maybe we should have known that, but I kind of expected daily payouts to include getting paid out on the weekends, or at least at the end of the day Friday to get my payout sent the end of the day Friday, so I wouldn't have to wait all weekend. Regardless, how fast am I getting it? So, for instance, all the sales I make today, which is Tuesday, I will get eBay will release those funds or send those funds Wednesday morning, and then I'll get the funds. I keep saying that wrong. Get the funds in my bank account on Thursday. So it's pretty much 48 hours after I make the sale ish. That's when the money will arrive in my bank account. So under PayPal, we had the option for instant transfer. So as soon as the money hit our account, we could instantly transfer it to our bank account for an extra fee. eBay doesn't have that, so there are bank processing bank processing times involved. That's why when the money's released to me in the morning, like on Wednesday morning, I won't get it the same day, but I do get it the next day. Now, if it takes you longer than that, that's unfortunately not anything that eBay can change. That has to do with your bank, from what I hear. So I use Capital One, and I get it, like I said, the next business day. So you might want to look into using that bank. Okay. Okay. Robert says, I have a really hot selling item from Walmart. The problem is that the handling time is over 3 days for that product, which makes it late for adding the tracking numbers on eBay. So Robert, this is pretty easy to fix. Just go into your business policies for that item and change the handling time to make it match what is on Walmart, or even a little bit longer. So that's what you should do. You should never have your handling time on eBay be shorter than the handling time on your supplier's website like Walmart. That's all you got to do. What should you do when you reach your listing limits? Should you create a new account or work with what you got? You should work with what you got for now. You can always make a new eBay account later, but eBay specifically says they don't want you creating a new account just to get around your listing limits. Now, when you're a new seller, that's when this becomes an issue, because they know new sellers have lower limits. Once your store grows and it's bigger, then you can open up a second store and kind of get away with that. But as a new seller, they're not going to let you get away with that. Work with what you got. eBay will raise your limits, and just keep asking them every single month to do that. Let's see. So Adam wants to know, will you and Chad do a live Q&A on van life? We have a few questions we would love to ask. Funny you should say that. That's actually what we plan to do. We're going to do a Q&A video on our van life channel pretty soon, I think. So for those of you who don't know, we actually have a second YouTube channel. It's all about living in this camper van and the struggles with that and the excitement of doing that. So I actually have that linked up at the bottom of my description if you guys want to check out that YouTube channel and see what van life is all about. And thank you, Bobby, for the vote of confidence. It says Paul's courses are full of great information and easy step-by-step instructions. Appreciate you, Bobby. Do I sell to Alaska, Hawaii? Nope. It's not really up to me. It's up to my suppliers. My suppliers do not ship there, at least not for free. So I don't ship to Alaska and Hawaii. Yes, Walmart ships to the global shipping program. How to get a debit card? You got to ask your bank. Anytime you open a checking account, they should offer you a debit card. So ask them for one. Get a checking account. All right, let's see. Oh, Bobby was also one of the winners last week. So congrats, Bobby, on your gift card. Jason says he has some money on hold in PayPal. Not sure if it's a good thing or a bad thing. LOL. Jason, I know you comment a lot, but I can't remember if you are still using PayPal or if you've moved over to managed payments. I'm going to guess you're still in PayPal. Even if you've moved over to managed payments, you were on PayPal recently, so you might still have holds from when that happened. Regardless, why is this happening? So I know, Jason, you're no longer in PayPal jail. PayPal jail is something that new sellers go into when they first start selling on eBay. And PayPal will hold that money until the seller proves by uploading a tracking number that the item has actually been delivered to the customer. And then PayPal releases that hold and sends you your money. But once you get out of PayPal jail, why does PayPal sometimes still hold your funds anyway? There are a few reasons. The first reason is if the transaction is really high and that's not normal for your account. So that's typical. You'll see something like that if it's a higher cost transaction. And again, this is something that will stop happening the more you make sales in general and the more you make these higher ticket sales. Why else might it happen? If you suddenly see an increase in the number of sales that you normally get within a 30-day time period, then PayPal will also start to do that. They'll also put a hold on some of your funds, not all your funds, just because they see this increase. They want to make sure that everything is going right. You're not trying to scam anyone and run away with all this extra money that you just made. So it's typical. It's usually a good sign, but those are the normal reasons. But if you really want to know, you can call PayPal, and if you talk to the right person, they can usually let you know why it's happening. So Sabby says, I started for free and sold $3,000 in products in 3 months. So congratulations for doing that. Yeah, this is a very, very low cost business to start. Wow. Josiah, congrats. Paul, I haven't bought any of your courses yet, but just from your videos, I have done over $15,000 in sales in the past month. I had an account from 2005. You've done so much for me. Thank you. Thank you, Josiah. I really appreciate you saying that and just inspiring people and sharing that with everyone. That's really awesome to see. You know, you look young. I don't know how young you are, but you're putting in the time, you're starting young, and it's awesome what you're doing. $15,000 in a month. That's awesome. Congratulations. Okay. How can we overcome weather delays when dropshipping? Oh yeah. So this normally happens during hurricanes, and usually, so it's kind of frustrating because if the event that causes the delay is catastrophic, then eBay would normally step in and say, hey, we know there's a hurricane happening down in Florida or wherever it is. If it's going to impact you, then yeah, we're going to cover you. You're not going to have any negative feedback from that or any hit to your metrics because of that. But what about all the other weather delays that are between the catastrophic ones and the non-existing ones? So that's where it's kind of a bit more of a gray area. Now, if there is when this comes up is you track the item and you suddenly see that this item is delayed because of weather, more localized weather. In that case, try contacting the supplier. They'll try to contact the carrier. Just try to get it to the customer as fast as possible. If there are any problems with the customer, let them know. Like if it's going to be late, let them know about the delay, apologize, tell them it's completely outside of your control, but you're doing everything that you can. And once the item is delivered, if there's any issues like negative feedback, or if the item was late, contact eBay and let them know. If you find the right representative, they will understand and help you out if there's any sort of issues like that. Do you ship the items to a customer as a gift? When it's available, that's really only available when drop shipping from Amazon. They have a gift receipt option. So we choose that one. In the rare case, we do drop ship from Amazon. But Walmart, for instance, they don't include the invoice in the box at all. Home Depot includes an invoice, but there's actually no price listed on the invoice. So those are the main ones that we use, and we don't have that issue with those suppliers. And you'll see that with a lot of suppliers as well, because everything's being so digitalized. These products are being bought online, so the receipts are emailed to the person who bought it, who is you. So you'll receive the receipt or the invoice, if you want to call it that, in your email inbox. So I think a lot of these e-commerce companies are realizing they don't actually have to include the invoice or receipt in the box anymore, because it's just going to be emailed anyway. Okay. Okay. So interesting observation from Jason. I haven't noticed this myself, but I haven't looked to really know. Says, one thing I've discovered in this business is it's very cyclical. I seem to be busier from the 10th to the 20th of every month. That's interesting. I don't know if I've seen the 10th to the 20th pattern that you've seen, but I have seen this sort of cyclical pattern that you have, more in terms of the whole year. Quarter four, the last month of the year between Thanksgiving and Black Friday and just a couple of days before Christmas, it's insane, absolutely insane. Then it goes down, then it's back up for Valentine's Day, and then it's down, then it's back up right before summer, then it's down during summer, and then back up around Halloween, and then down, and then way up for Christmas. So yeah, I definitely see that cyclical pattern that you see. Okay. Oh, good point. So yeah, so I talked about how you get rid of Puerto Rico, don't ship there in the business policies. And I was trying to remember, I was like, I don't remember seeing Puerto Rico in the business policies, but there is an option for the U.S. protectorates in there. So you check off a box that says I do not ship to the U.S. protectorates. And I think that includes Puerto Rico, like Jason is saying. I think it also includes like Guam. But don't quote me on that. I'm sure someone can look up. Maybe someone can look up what are the U.S. protectorates. Does it include Puerto Rico and Guam? Since I just threw that one out there. Not that I've ever received any request to ship an item to Guam, but just saying. Ooh, that's the question that I'm not going to be able to answer. That's my dog, Orlando. Hey, what's up, Noah? What's up? How's it going? Okay. So how long does it take to get profit from eBay to PayPal to my bank? So if you're under the old system, not managed payments, if you're under the old system, as soon as you receive a sale, assuming you're not in PayPal jail anymore, that money will instantly be available in your PayPal account. Once it's in PayPal, there are two options to transfer it out of PayPal. First is instant transfer. It costs a little bit extra to do that, but if you do that, the money arrives pretty much instantaneously into your banking account. Personally, I don't use that one because I don't need it. I use credit cards for my business anyway, so yeah, I don't need that money, access to that money right away. So instead, what we do is we just do the standard transfer. It takes, I think, like 2 to 3 business days for it to actually then arrive in the bank account. Now, if you're not on the old system, or if you're using the new system, which is managed payments, then the profit will be in your eBay account. There's no option to transfer it to PayPal. And then, like I stated before, that timeline will apply, where it will then be available for payout the next morning. and then you can transfer it to your bank. And depending on your bank, it could be available as soon as the next day to actually have access to it. How do you handle returns on eBay? Returns are super easy on eBay because all that's going to happen is the customer is going to request for you to return the item. They're going to request to return the item themselves. Then you go to your supplier like Walmart, tell them, hey, I bought this item, I want to return it. Walmart will send you a prepaid return label. You then take that return label, send it to the buyer prints it out, puts it on the box, and ships it to Walmart. Walmart will then refund you, you refund the customer, and that's it. That's it. As far as 1099s, you'll get those from PayPal and eBay as long as you sell, 400 items, and I always get it wrong. And people give me crap for it in the comment section, so I'm not going to try it again. So there's a cutoff at the point when you have to sell a certain number of items and a certain dollar amount of items within the calendar year in order to get a 1099 from PayPal. And I just can never remember what it is, so I apologize. Yeah, so look it up. And somebody let me know, and I'll put it up on the screen. So just so you know, guys, I'm way behind on the chats, okay? Because there's a lot. I'm about halfway. So I did answer your question, but I didn't even see your question for a long time. Okay. Okay. Let's see some more questions here. Okay. Let's pop up one of these questions somebody asked from this week. No, that's just a comment. I have a question. What happens if you don't sign up to manage payments? What happens? Okay. So, and what happens if the customer buys the item via PayPal? So if eBay has told you that you have to sign up for managed payments, you have to enroll for managed payments. If you don't, your account will still be transferred over. So all the sales will go to eBay, and then eBay will hold on to those funds until you actually complete the process of registering. So essentially, if you don't do it, they will keep your money, as far as I understand. That's kind of what I read between the lines, okay? So register for it because they're going to transfer your account over anyway. But the difference is that if you don't register, you won't actually be able to access your funds. Or if you do register, you will be able to access your funds. So do it. You have to do it. Is $650 in sales in my first month with 55 listings good? Yeah, I say anything your first month is good because your first month you are learning, you are processing, you are trying things. Again, you're not going to get home runs right away. So any sort of progress you can make, an experience you can learn during that time period, that's a good thing. So yeah, you're doing fine. Okay. Let's scroll down here. Let's jump into another one of these questions I had from the week. Oh, the other part of this question, sorry about that. What happens if the customer purchases the item with PayPal? So even though we as sellers are using managed payments, there are lots of options available for buyers to actually purchase the item. They can purchase it with their credit card, with Google Pay. Apple Pay is coming. I don't know if it's available yet. Last time I tried to buy something on eBay, it wasn't available, even though it was on my iPhone. And what else? And PayPal. They can pay with PayPal. But if the customer pays with PayPal, it doesn't go to your PayPal account. It goes to eBay's PayPal account, is a way of looking at it. So no, you don't get it into your PayPal account. It's still all managed by eBay's in the payments tab on ebay.com inside your seller hub. Okay. Okay. Should I start with managed payments with my first account or stick with eBay and PayPal? You're not going to get an option. They're going to tell you what you have to do, and so just do that. If you use the old option, eBay and PayPal, you will transition over to managed payments probably by the end of the year or early next year. Okay. Let's see. We covered that one about holds. Okay, so Sebi signed up for a non-API version of AutoDS, and he keeps getting all these emails from PayPal. From eBay, letting him know that was exactly his saying. From the eBay file exchange. He wants to know what those are, what's going on here. So when you use the non-API version of AutoDS, what's going to happen is that it works with eBay by using the file exchange. So when it does that, every time it uploads a file from onto the file exchange, eBay then sends an email letting you know that the upload was complete. So you'll get a ton of those emails. They don't matter. I just filter them out and send them directly to the trash. You don't need them at all. So don't worry about it. Just filter them out. It's completely normal. That means it's working, but you don't need them. Okay. Okay, let's see some other questions here. Okay. Okay, yeah, congrats to Retro Galaxy. He won the course last week during that giveaway. And he says, I was the big winner, so congrats again, Retro Galaxy. And he says the course is step by step and anyone can do it with the course. It seriously covers everything. So thank you for saying that. I know you didn't have to say that, so I appreciate it. And congrats again on winning. Okay. Let's see. Is it possible to get an account unsuspended? Yeah, absolutely. So there's a ton of different reasons, or a few different reasons really, why your account would be suspended. Most of them you can get fixed. So search on YouTube for eBay dropshipping, Paul suspended accounts, or eBay Paul suspended accounts, and I have a couple of videos that are really excellent walking you through different reasons your account would have been suspended and what to do in that situation. So definitely check out some of those videos because I go really in depth there and we don't have enough time right now to actually cover all of that. Okay. Have you ever done any wholesale dropshipping? I have, yes. Wait, that mic is good. What is it? Does anyone know? So this mic, is that what you're talking about? This is an ATR 2005 USB. It's made by Audio-Technica. It is a USB microphone, so you don't need any sort of fancy thing. It just plugs right into my laptop, which is great because I don't have a lot of room in this van. Let's see. Should you go with the recommended price on AutoDS? Is it accurate? So it's only accurate if you set up your AutoDS account correctly. So if you set it up with the correct margins in there, you're going to be fine. So again, this is something I cover in depth, step by step in my eBay dropshipping course so that you make sure that you don't lose any profit on your sale. Exactly like you said, like you have the right understanding of why this is important, Jordan. you need to make sure that you don't lose money when you sell an item. So if you set it up correctly, it will account for your eBay fees and your PayPal fees and any sales tax you might have to pay or not pay if you know what to do. And in addition to that, enough to make a profit. So once you have all that in the settings of AutoDS correct, then when you list an item, yeah, it will be accurate and it will actually list it at the right price. Whoa, we have Renee, Christine in the chat and Cupcake Trainings. I missed those comments, but welcome to everyone. I must have missed those comments, but thank you for being here. If you aren't, oh, there you are. Here you are, Cupcake. How many products do you think it takes to go 6 figures on eBay dropshipping? So first of all, I love your videos, Cupcake Trainings. If you guys haven't checked out her videos, go ahead and check them out. They're really fun. She actually inspired me to make my last YouTube video, which was a reaction to someone else talking about eBay dropshipping. I'd never done a reaction video like that before, and Cupcake Trainings kind of inspired me to do that. Now, as to your question, to go 6 figures on eBay dropshipping, that's really, really hard to answer. So the thing you have to understand is that with eBay dropshipping, you don't need a ton of items to do well if you find really, really good items. So I know people who have about 1,000 items doing 6 figures, and also know people who have about 10,000 items doing 6 figures, right? So it really depends on finding good items. And this is what I was talking about before. Another thing that contributes to it, rather, is what I was talking about before. See, if you have a store that's not flagged, so you do everything like what I teach in my course about non-API software and using the right suppliers, if you do that, then you will be able to get to 6 figures much faster without having as many items listed. But if your account is flagged, then you're going to need much more listings than that. Myself, I only ever have a few thousand listings. Like I never go more than 5,000 and usually never more than 4,000 listings. And that's enough for me to do really well the way that I'm doing. So no, I mean, for some sellers, that sounds like a lot. If you're coming from outside the dropshipping world, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 items sounds like a lot. But with dropshipping, it's really not, because we have software that will do that for you automatically, like list those items up. You're not going out, thrifting, finding all these items, taking pictures of them, putting up descriptions. You don't have to do any of that. It's just literally a copy and paste job from these other suppliers onto eBay. And so it goes much, much faster than it would with other forms of selling on eBay. So I hope that kind of gives you an idea. I know it's not a perfect answer, but unfortunately, I don't think there is a perfect answer to that. And thanks for being here. All right, so we are just about done here. So let's get some last minute comments or questions here. Yeah. All right, guys, so thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Again, if you got any value out of this video, I would appreciate if you gave it a thumbs up. And if you have any questions that it didn't get to answer, we only got about halfway through the live chat today, which is awesome. You guys asked awesome questions. But if it didn't get to your question, either one, leave it in the comment section of any of my videos. And if we have time at the end of answering all the live questions, I'll answer it next week. Or if you want to make sure your question gets answered, come to the next live Q&A. Be one of the first people in there. Be one of the first people to ask questions. Because as you saw, if you end up later in the chat, there's a good chance we're not going to get to your question. It's just there's too many questions out there. So thanks again, everyone. I appreciate you. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you next week. Bye for now.